Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Hot Bella experience. In today's video, I am going to be using one of the stacks from Melt Cosmetics. It is the She's and Party stack, and this is an eyeshadow product that has been out for quite some time, and I know that Melt has also released some new products here recently. I believe there's a twin palette or a dual palette that's been released, but I decided not to bite just yet. I went through my personal collection, my makeup collection, and I pulled out my She's and Party stack, and I decided to use this to create this gorgeous look today. I am also using a lip product from Melt. This is a lipstick and it's in the color Mary Jane. I'm using this on my lips today, and I think this is also very gorgeous. I'm also using some other products and trying out some other tools that I've gotten in my BoxyCharm boxes. I'm using a different shade of foundation from Fenty Beauty. So I'm doing a few things in this video today. So I've got an errand to run as usual. So I wanted to use this opportunity just to kind of pull out some of the products that are sitting in my collection and to use them. You guys know I am trying to do that or get better at doing that, and that means that I don't want to just keep buying. I want to use what I have. So anyway, if you guys would like to see how I created this look using the She's and Party stack from Melt, then keep watching. My face has been moisturized and primed, and I've also prepped my eyelids using my P. Louise eyeshadow base, and I'm going to use this shade right here from the She's and Party stack from Melt as my brow bone highlight. And I'm going to be trying out some new brushes today. This is the Summer Days brush set from Luxie. This came in one of my previous month's BoxyCharm boxes. I really like the Luxie brushes. I've added a few of them into my daily brush collection. So yeah, I'm going to try these out today. I'm going to use this Luxie brush, and this is out of that Summer Days brush set. And this is a large shader brush. And I'm going to use this shade right here, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. This is a shader brush, and I think for a transition shade, this might not be the ideal brush to use. Probably would be better to use a brush that's a little bit more fluffy, but that's okay. We're going to work with this. I am going to go in with a fluffy blending brush to blend this out just a little bit more. And now that my transition shade is done, I'm going to go back into the She's and Party stack, and I'm going to use this shade right here. This is a deep burgundy type shade, but yeah, I'm going to use this in this look today, and I'm going to try this same large shader brush again. I think before, like I said, for the transition, this brush may not be ideal, but we're going to try it for doing some crease work. So we're going to put this on the outer V and just sweep it into the crease. I do like this brush for the crease work. This works really well for that. I'm going back in with my fluffy blending brush. This is the larger brush that I used to buff out my transition shade. So I'm going back in with this brush to soften up any harsh lines that I may have at this point. So I've carved out my lid, and I am going to go back into this shade right here, and I am going to use my fluffy blending brush just to soften up these edges just a little bit. And now I'm going to use this SuperShock eyeshadow from ColourPop. This is in the shade All In. And I'm also going to use my silicone applicator, and I'm going to apply this SuperShock eyeshadow all across my lid, or primarily starting from here, or starting from the inner corner and taking it all the way out to where this darker portion, or where I have the darker outer V. And now I'm going to use another SuperShock shadow from ColourPop, and this is in the color or the shade Party of 5. So I'm going to use my same silicone applicator, and I'm going to add this to my lid as well. So I'm using this Party of 5 almost like a topper. So I'm just placing this on top of where the All In, which is this shade here, where I've already put that down. But I'm not covering it all the way up. I want to leave a little bit of that right there in the corner as it is, and just blend that in just a little bit. Blend it in just a little bit so it just marries together. Just like that. And now I'm going back to my She's in Party stack once again. I'm going to go back into this shade right here, and I'm going to use this shade to blend out or to soften up these edges now that I've got my SuperShock shadow on my lid. And I am also going to use this shade to add a little bit more definition into my manipulated crease area. You guys know how I do this. So yeah, I'm going to use this shadow to take care of both of those things. So I'm just stamping this on the outer V very lightly, and then just gently just kind of sweeping it over a little bit just to blend it in. And I think I've changed my mind. I think instead of using my smaller blending brush and adding the depth into the manipulated crease area with this shade right here, I think I'm going to go back to my transition shade, which is this shade right here, which does play or present itself pretty dark, or pretty, you know, as a pretty deep shade. So yeah, I'm going to use this one instead and add a little bit more definition into this eye look. I'm going to add some liner and lashes. I'm done with my liner and my lashes, and I also did a little bit of color correcting around my mouth area using my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX14, and I also used my Tatcha Pearl under my eye just to get rid of some of the darkness that I have there. And for my complexion, I'm going to be using two of the Fenty Beauty products. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. This is one of the newer shades that came out not too long ago. This is in the shade 385. And I'm going to use the Pro Filter Concealer. This is in the shade 380. And now I'm going to use two of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powders. This one is in Banana and this one is in Honey. So I'm going to use the shade Banana to set under my eyes, and I'll use the shade Honey to set my entire face. And now it's time for bronzing, and I'm going to be using my Coconutty bronzer from Fenty Beauty. And I'm also going to be trying out another of the Luxie brushes that came out of that Summer Days set that I got from my BoxyCharm box. This is a contour brush, so I'm sure, or I'm hoping, that this brush is going to work well as a bronzing brush as well. I'm going to use my Sephora Pro Face Palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here. This is called Premier. This is fastly becoming my favorite blush shade. So I'm going to tap into this with my blush brush and add a little bit to my cheeks. And now I'm going to use one of the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighters. I'm going to use the shade Ginger Binge as my highlight shade, and I'm going to use my favorite highlighter brush. This was an item that came in one of my previous BoxyCharm boxes. You guys have heard me rave about this brush before. And now it is time to smoke out my waterline, and I'm going to go back into this shade right here. I'm going to use this on the outer portion of the eye. Then I think I'm going to take a little bit of this shimmer shade right here. This has a little bit of a shimmer to it. I'm going to use this in this under eye area as well. And then I'm going to use this shade right here as my inner corner highlight. This She's in Party stack from Melt Cosmetics is so pretty. So, so pretty. And now it is time for lips, and I am going to use this lipstick from Melt. It's in the shade Mary Jane. This is a really pretty lipstick. I think it's going to go perfectly with these eyes that I've created from the She's in Party stack. And I'm not going to use any type of lip liner. I'm going to go in with this lipstick straight away. and this look is done. I know that Melt has some new eyeshadow palettes that have just been released. I believe those are called Myrte and Vita. And those look like beautiful eyeshadow palettes, but I decided to revisit the Melt products that I already have in my collection. And this She's in Parties stack is gorgeous. It has beautiful, warm, maroon, reddish tone type shades in it. The shades in this palette are called Skeleton Kiss, which is a creamy bone shadow, Last Caress, which is a perfect mauve, She's in Parties, which is the burgundy frost, and Mean Streak, which is the prettiest deep plum that you've ever seen. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.